This is the plaintiff, Edward Person. He says he rented a room from the defendant, but things didn't go well when he lived there. The defendant had people coming in and out of his place at all hours of the night because he was giving people massages for money. He was also selling honey out of his room. On New Year's Eve, the guy locked him out, took his clothes, and stole his mail. This man cannot be allowed to get away with this behavior. That's why he's suing him for the $5,000 he's now owed. This is the defendant, Yuri Babkin. He says he tried to help the plaintiff out, but all he did was stay in his room all day and call the cops on him. That's right, the louse called the cops 5 different times, claiming he was being harassed. Harassed? Ha! If anyone was being harassed, it was him. Bottom line, that troublemaker moved out, took all his junk with him, and if anyone is owed money, it's him. He's accused of being a rotten roomie. The defendant has filed a countersuit for $5,000 for rent, electricity, and aggravation.
All parties, please raise your right hand.
What you are about to witness is real. The participants are not actors. They are actual litigants with a case pending in civil court. Both parties have agreed to drop their claims and have their cases settled here before Judge Marilyn Milian in our forum, the People's Court.
Be seated, come forward, please. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Person, you are suing for $5,000, a statutory maximum, because according to you, you left, I don't know, $200 or $300 of stuff left behind when you moved out, and you are counterclaiming against him $5,000 because, well, mostly he's aggravated you, and according to you, cut some internet wires and stole some stuff. All right, this is gonna be fun. Talk to me.
I met a defendant through Craigslist. He put an ad in the Craigslist, and I rented.
Very familiar with Craigslist, right?
Keeps us well employed.
And I rented a room from him. You know, I have nothing against the defendant. He's a nice man, everything. I have a lot of respect for him. But the problem started.
Did you have a lease?
No, not a lease, no, ma'am.
Okay, so you were month to month.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and then he asked you to leave at some point. Why did you ask him to leave?
Because he stopped to pay for living.
When was the last time he paid you?
Last payment he made on November, and he didn't have a fund to pay for next month's living.
For December?
For December. That's
okay,
why
did he ever pay December?
No.
Tell me about this living situation. Who is it a house, is it an apartment, what is this?
This is a 2-bedroom apartment.
Okay, and you have the lease?
Yeah, I'm a leaseholder.
Okay, and then you have roommates?
Yeah, I have 2 roommates.
He's one, and then there's another guy.
Yes.
All right, and then who's sleeping? It's a 2-bedroom apartment, so
yes,
somebody's doesn't have a bed.
3 rooms. Actually, it's 3 rooms. So each room is a separate.
Yeah, but somebody's sleeping in a living room?
Yeah.
Who's sleeping in the living room?
That's Mr. Person.
Okay, so how long did he live there before there was a problem?
He used to live like around 4 years.
A long time.
Mm-hmm.
Were you guys friends? Would you hang out together and stuff?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what happened? What went wrong?
Well, basically, in my strong opinion, this man, he loves money. He loves money. I've been honorable to him. I've been paying my rent for 4 years. I'm only 1 month's rent behind, and he started assaulting me.
Assaulting you?
Yes, ma'am.
He hit you?
He kicked me. He kicked me, and I called the police officers. I have police reports. I have my rent receipts for the 4 years I was there.
The 4 years are irrelevant. You know that, right?
Okay.
Like, you got to pay rent today, or you don't get today.
But I'm just saying I have proof of me my
and there's no question. He doesn't say you weren't. He just says you missed the rent. He wants you out. Like, yeah, that sounds a little intolerant, but okay.
No, I understand I owed him the money. I'm not denying that I owed him 1 month's rent, but then he started.
When did you end up leaving?
Like at the beginning of the year, I started getting a storage place.
When? January?
January, yes, ma'am. I'm sorry.
Okay, so you didn't pay December and you didn't pay January.
Right, December, right, in January, right.
Okay. What are you suing for, $5,000?
Pain and suffering.
Pain and suffering what?
Assault. He assaulted.
Because he kicked you?
Yes, he is, yes.
Okay, tell me about that. How did that happen?
I went out to court, and they gave me some papers to show cause to get back into place. He had locked me out.
Oh, he locked you out. When did he lock you out?
Yes, in January. And the police.
Did you get back in after
yes, ma'am. The cops came and made him give me a key to get back into place. He didn't want to give me the key.
Okay.
He gave the cops a hard time.
Right.
And the cop threatening, if he don't go get the key, they're gonna arrest him.
Right.
And
Because you can't do that. You have to do it the right way. You have to go to lieutenant court.
he wasn't doing the right way.
Right. So, but then you ended up leaving. You didn't want to live there anymore.
Right, because I was threatened and assaulted and harassed.
Okay.
Because,
But so what are you suing for? You're suing for $5,000 because he kicked you and you left stuff there. Why did you leave stuff there?
I had no place to go.
Now, according to you, he took everything with him when he moved out.
He called it a moving company. And the moving company, it's like a truck, like two worker, a load, unload worker. And
Two workers?
Yeah, two workers. It's officially.
It's a moving company.
I saw sign.
You hired a moving company?
Yes, ma'am, because he stole
what
my
were you
stuff.
moving? If you didn't move your stuff, what were you moving with the moving company?
I was moving the stuff, right? But I'm saying
Well, then
my
what
bed is
stuff
still-
did you leave behind? Have you hired
The
movers?
bed. The bed. I left my bed.
Why did you leave your bed behind? You don't get that right. Okay, now, what is wrong with you? If you're subletting, you are a landlord. You do not get to change the locks on a guy. The police set you straight on that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that you feel like you don't pay, you don't stay. I know that that's what you feel, but you're not a hotel. You don't get, the guy is a tenant, so you have to go through a process. Why? Because the law has decided that they don't want an unscrupulous landlord just changing the locks when they feel like it and they've taken the money. So we have to know that you're doing it the right way. So police told you that and then you let him back in. How long was he there after that?
Yeah. After a while, he coming back. It happened January 7 when nobody was there. He find out nobody there, quiet. He started to vandalism. He cut it over cable line.
He cut the cable lines?
Internet.
How do you know he cut the cable lines?
It's like I was outside and my roommate was outside. We both were outside, but my second roommate coming back before I did it, and he saw him.
Where's he? Where's your roommate to testify? That's hearsay unless your roommate tells me that. I want to ask him.
No, he's working. I asked him to be the evidence here, but
and he said
his policy very strictly. I have to apply to my employer like 1 month in advance to get day off.
Did you cut those internet wires?
No, ma'am.
If not you, then who? Because you're the guy who has a beef with him. If not you, then who?
I'm not the only one.
He says that one of the roommates says you did it.
I'm not the only one that stays there. When I got access back to my room, after the cops had left, I went back in my room. He told the guy to leave out. The guy who he rented the place out, the room to, my room to. He told the guy go in his room and he'll sleep in here with me because he don't want me to be there. So he jumped on my bed. I have pictures of that right here in the video.
Wait. Did you sleep in the same bed?
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. Would you get a roommate off of Craigslist?
Maybe, depending on, I would interview them.
I need a yes or a no. On balance, would you or not?
Yes.
Because?
They would seem trustworthy.
Really? Because they're on Craigslist?
Maybe.
Okay. What do you think?
Yes, I would.
Really? Okay, tell me why. I mean, you are kind of playing roulette, aren't you?
You are, but I've posted a few things on Craigslist, so.
But you didn't live with somebody.
I actually found a roommate off of Craigslist.
How'd they do? Psycho?
No, she was good.
Interesting.
We had a great relationship.
Right, until she stole everything in the bedroom. Right. What do you think?
No, myself I would not trust.
Because
anyone over the internet is a little sketchy to me. I'd rather be person to person. You know,
are you on the internet ever?
just Facebook, that's about it.
Oh, you're a sketchy dude. There you go. Going inside the courtroom.
Okay.
He jumped on my bed because he didn't want me to go back in my place of residence. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Did you do that?
Yeah, I did it. I didn't want him to see him.
So
longer.
you said, all right, if the police say he has to come in, he has to come in, but this is my bed and I'm sleeping in my bed.
And it's
like
my
baby
bed.
bear. All right, so you didn't sleep there then?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
No, ma'am.
All right. Did he leave anything behind?
No.
According to you, he moved everything out.
Yeah.
Did you
No.
ever kick him?
Yeah, I'm not really kicking. I just stand right in front of him, and I said, "You cannot."
Did you kick him? Yes or no?
No.
How did?
I just stand right in front of him.
Wait, you're making my bailiff nervous.
Yeah, and I said, listen, you cannot move
And
because after vandalism,
He's suing
my
you because he says he left behind $2,300 worth of clothing.
He stole.
$2,300 worth of clothing?
Yes, ma'am.
How you gonna prove that?
I had bags of clothes. This is an estimate. It had
Yeah,
bags
give me-
of,
how do you
I had
prove your
suits.
estimate?
I had suits and stuff like
Okay,
that.
do you have receipts? How are you gonna prove your estimate?
Well,
How
I
much
can't-
was the rent?
$600.
Okay, show me how you're gonna prove that you had $2,300 worth of
I
clothes.
can't prove it because I don't have the receipts.
Okay, a
and stuff like
heater,
that.
a table. Did he leave a table, a carpet, pots and pans, one bottle of champagne, $10?
He
Did he
took.
leave all that stuff behind?
He took it. That's why that he
And then $2,000 in pain and suffering. And as for your lawsuit against him, you want the rent for December, electricity. Oh, this is a doozy. $1,000 electricity bill over 4 years.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, because
Yeah, but you don't have a deal with him where he pays for electricity separately.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Now-
why are you suing for $1,000 for that? Why are you wasting my time? How would that give you that right? Okay, $400 to replace the internet wires and the rest for aggravation. Now, let me tell you that although it's been real, it's been a lot of fun spending this time with you
Ma'am.
two, there is only one thing that I know. The one thing I know is that rent wasn't paid for December. Everything else, I'm not so sure.
He stole my clothes. I
Yeah,
came
no,
home from, I
if
came
I
home
had
from
something
church.
other than both of your flapping gums.
I came
All
home from. I don't
We're
reason a
done,
lot. I came home from
gentlemen.
church.
We are done. In your lawsuit
done.
against him, I find in his favor. In his lawsuit against you, I find in his favor only to the amount of the December rent, $600. That's my verdict. Good luck, folks.
With that, the defendant collects $600 rent for 1 month from this plaintiff right here on the countersuit. Your reaction?
The judge didn't see my evidence. I have evidence here to prove my case, and I didn't get a chance to submit my evidence of my proof.
I mean, why didn't
My
you?
case that he stole my clothes. The man took my clothes.
How do you know
Okay?
he stole?
Because I have proof.
Is he wearing your clothes?
No, of course not. No, sir.
All right, okay.
Thank you.
All right, so you collect a little bit. What's your feeling on this?
something is better than nothing.
Yeah. Why do you think he's doing this to you?
Because he got upset to leave my place. He didn't want to leave my place. He didn't want to give up my place. But listen, you can stay as long as you want, but you have to pay that for your living. I'm not charity. I'm not your friend. We just make an agreement. This is a business issue. We just business.
Okay. That's it from in here, Harvey.
Well, I got to tell you something. If you use Craigslist to find a roommate or anything like that, you are insane not to get references. It's fine to do, but you got to get references. You got to do your homework. You have no idea what you're getting, and everybody puts on a good face when they're interviewing.